Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel Civil Raja, your gateway to future. So guys, my name is Om Shiv Raja Babu and I am a civil engineer with years of experience in this industry. On this channel, I share my knowledge and expertise on practical application of civil engineering concepts and I help students and professionals alike to hone their skills and advance their careers. Today, I want to talk about how you can prepare the structural drawing, and this is the episode 4 of this series. So today we are going to discuss basically about the pile caps, and this is a very critical aspect of the civil engineering, and every student needs to understand this one. Okay, so if you are ready to dive into the world of civil engineering with me, let's get started. Okay, so first of all, we need to understand a few things about the pile caps. Okay, so pile caps are structural elements that are used to distribute the load of columns or piers to a group of piles. In simple terms, pile caps are concrete mats that are placed on a top of group of piles, which helps to distribute the weight of the structure evenly across the pile group. Okay, pile caps are essential in construction projects where heavy loads need to be supported by the foundation. The loads could be from a building, bridge, or any other structure that requires a stable foundation to avoid settlement, tilting, or failure. The design of the pile caps is critical to ensure the load is evenly distributed to the pile group and to prevent any excess settlement or differential settlement of the piles. Factors such as number of piles, the size of piles, the spacing between the piles, and the loads that will be applied to the structure all play a role in determining the design of the pile cap. In addition to providing the load distribution, pile caps also help to protect the pile heads from damage during construction. They are also they also provide a level surface for the construction of the superstructure, making it easier to install columns and other elements of the building. Overall, pile caps play a crucial role in the construction of the structure that requires a stable and a robust foundation. Proper design and construction of the pile caps ensures the safety and the longevity of the structure, making it an essential component of civil engineering. Okay, so now I am just going to start my insights on the project 3, where we are already discussing a lot of things. And in the previous 3 episodes, so what we have learned, first of all, we have learned what is the like a structural drawing and where it can be used, how it is useful for the buildings. In the second episode, we have learned what are the different sets of drawing that we get in the proper structural drawing. Okay, now the third thing was about the pile cap. So we have discussed a practical project that we have just completed a couple of days back, and the work on that is has already been started. Okay, so the pile layout is completed, and now uh, okay, sorry, the pile cap layout is completed, and I guess by now the drilling of the pile should have been started over there. Okay, on the side, and okay, so we have learned what are the dimensions of the pile caps and how we have to read the dimensions of that. Now, what we are going to do in this episode, that is episode 4 of the series on how to prepare the structural drawing, we are going to study the schedule of the pile caps. Okay, so first of all, we will start with the schedules of the pile cap, and then we will also look at the sections of the different pile caps. Pile caps and the piles also. Okay, so that we can have a better understanding of the structural drawing reading as well as the practical examples of that. So what I have told you about the pile caps, if you have understood all of them, then please hit the like button and share this video if you are having someone in mind who can be benefited from this video. And if you're new to the channel and you want to get regular updates on the civil engineering things and regular insights on such topics, okay, then you can subscribe to my channel and also press the bell icon beside it. Okay, now I'm just going to share my screen with you over there. I will show you my structural drawing and we will start with this schedule of the pile caps. Okay, so you can see what we have over here. We have this schedule, and we have different columns in this one. First is the footing marked. Okay, so basically there are 5 types of the pile caps that we are using in this project, and these footing markings are about that. Like here we have a PC1, PC2, PC3 is this one. Okay, then we have a PC4 over here, and then we have PC5 over here. Okay, so these are the different pile caps. Then we have the dimensions over here, and in the last episode we have already discussed how to read out the dimensions, and I have marked all the dimensions that are mentioned over here. Okay, next is the depth. So the depth of the pile cap is equal in all the situations over here, and that is 600 mm. Okay, so in India, normally what we do, normally we keep the bottom level of the foundation as a same at a same level. Okay, but in some part of the world we also consider the top level as the same level. Okay, so this is another variation that you can see over here. Next is the bottom reinforcement and the top reinforcement. Okay, so bottom reinforcement is placed in both the direction, that is along the x-axis and along the y-axis, as 10t, that is 10 mm dia bar spaced at 100 mm center to center distance. So I hope that you have learned how to read this out. 10t at the rate center to center means 10 mm dia bar placed at the spacing of 100 mm center to center. Okay, c by c means center to center. Okay, now you can see on the top reinforcement we have 10t at the rate 200 center to center in both the directions. That means we have lesser spacing in the bottom. That means we have more reinforcement in the bottom than the top reinforcement. Okay, so I hope that this point is clear to you, and you know now how to read the schedule of the pile caps. Now we will have another thing over here. We have a note over here. Actually, all the piles are of 500 dia and 10-meter deep from the ground level. Okay, so this depth of this pile, that is 10 meter in this situation, may vary from pile to pile, but in our case, in our project, we have kept it 10 meter for all the piles over here. But yeah, it depends upon the type of the soil and the size of the project. If the project size is too large and we have different variations of the soil at that place, then we can go for different depth for the piles. Okay, but in this situation we are going for 10 meter deep. Okay, now next thing is over here. Okay, about the sections of the pile caps and the piles. Okay, so I'm just going to show it to you. So you can see this is the pile cap over here. Okay, above it we have the column, but for the columns we will discuss it in a separate episode. Okay, I guess in episode 5 or 6 we will come to the sections of the columns also, but for now we will discuss the sections of the pile cap. Okay, so you can see this is the sectional view, and over here you can see this depth of the pile cap is 600 mm. Okay, now we have the bottom bars 10t at the rate 100 center to center both ways. That means both in x-axis and in y-axis. Okay, then the top reinforcement are 10t at the rate 200 center to center both ways, which we have got from the schedule of the piles, and I have already discussed it. Okay, now in the section you will find that the bottom label is already marked over here of the pile. Okay, not the top level but the bottom level of the marked from the like normally ground level. Okay, so over here you can see beneath the pile cap, what we have a 75 thick PCC work, and the ratio of the concrete is already given over here, that is 1:4:8. That means one part will be of cement, four part will be of sand, and then sand or the fine aggregates, and then 8 part will be of the coarse aggregates. Okay, got it? So the 75 thick PCC work will be there. PCC means we do not have any kind of reinforcement over here. This is plain cement concrete. Okay, beneath it, what we have this sand layer, so that it can be distributed uniformly over here. Okay, so the thicknesses are not mentioned over here, but it is normally 75 to 100 thick. Okay, so normally that is the thickness over here. Okay, yeah, so over here the thickness is maintained. Okay, sorry, over here you can see 100 thick sand filling is there. Okay, so this is the sand filling and the thickness of this is 100 thick. Now this bottom level will be out at a depth of 1500 mm from the ground level. That is one thing that we need to know. So this is the ground level. From that we will go 1500 mm down. Okay, and that means the excavation will be this much. Then we will go for a 100 thick sand filling. Then we will go for a 75 thick PCC work, and after that we will construct a 600 thick pile cap over here. Now this pile cap is supporting two different piles over here. Okay, so the total size of the pile in this direction is 2350, as you can see over here. Okay, this is 2350 and it is supporting two piles. Now the question is, what is the like type of the pile and how we can see the pile? So you can see we have reinforcement in this pile. Okay, that is clear over here. Now we have cut out a section of it. Okay, so A is the section over here. So we can know that this pile is having the outer dia of 500 mm. Okay, so you can see details of the pile at section A. Okay, now inner dia is a 400 mm. Okay, that means we are getting a cover of 100 mm over here. Sorry, 50 mm over here. 50 mm is the cover, 50 mm on this side, 50 mm on another side. Okay, on the left and on the right. Then we have this rods. Now these main bars are of 8 8 16t. That means we have 8 bars, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8, 8 bars of 16 dia. Okay, and then we have this circular ring over here. This circular ring is of 8 and these rings are spaced at 150 center to center, which is approx 6 inches. Okay, now I guess the pile is kind of clear to you. Okay, what is the reinforcement that is being used over here? What is the cover of the pile? That is 50 Okay, everything is clear. So you understood now the pile cap and the piles over here. If you have any kind of confusion, you can also ask that in the comment section. I will definitely answer that. Okay, and then what we have to know. Okay, let's see what is this one. Okay, this is the plan of the pile cap. Okay, so we have already discussed it in episode 3, so we do not need to reinvest our time over here. And then we have this column part. So column part will be discussed in the upcoming sessions. Okay, now we have this general notes. So I am thinking that I will make this general notes video in the next episode, that is episode 5. After that we will jump to the column part. Okay, so guys, that is all for today. If you have any kind of question, please leave that in the comment section, or you can connect me on the WhatsApp. My WhatsApp number is 8433248864. If you also want to take up some structural designing class, then you can also connect me through the same number that is again in the description. And if you have liked this video or you found this video useful, then you can just hit the like button on this one and share this with your friends or colleagues or whoever is going to be benefited with this, and also subscribe to our channel and press the bell icon. Thank you guys. We will see in